pause this. Hopefully it doesn't mess up my timer. Good. Okay. Right back into it. Let's go. Alright. I need this closer to me. I'm blind. I'm just gonna take this whole thing. It should take 47 hours, but you also cat time. Well, I try to pause the timer when that happens, when the cats bust in here, but sometimes I just end up forgetting. Yeah, plus yesterday, Zero was awful. Zero just kept... she was terrible. She does not normally, like, make me mad or anything. She just kind of walks in, she sniffs around, you know, might bite at the trash or something and then walk out. But yesterday, she just kept jumping on my lap and, like, biting me and biting everything around me. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with this cat? Yeah, it was rough. She was not a good cat yesterday. You think you found a new favorite game? What is it? What is it? I'm interested. And I swear to God, if you say FNAF, I'm going to get really pissed off. Oh, Gartic Phone? Yeah, that was so much fun. That was hilarious. My favorite thing is when we did the progressive mode. It was so chaotic. You can only play one game, but it was great watching. Oh my gosh. I was reluctant to join at first. I wasn't so sure if I wanted to join because I'm usually really bad at art, and also the game is pretty restricting in what you can do, and I've never really drawn with a mouse. I usually just draw with my finger on my phone. So I was like, I'm not quite sure if I can do this. And you saw how some of them went a little weirdly, like my poor cow. Jesus, my poor cow. Evelyn, hi, thank you. I got it off Etsy. I know it's backwards right now because my camera's flipped horizontally, but you know, it's fine. You still get the idea of what it says. You remembered you need to start Cuphead? I wonder why you remembered that. Also, this is important. It's aspect. Okay, there we go. It's aspect. Aspect is important. Were the Tic Tacs nice? What? You talking about my Tic Tacs? Tic Tacs are like my favorite. The orange ones are my favorite. I don't really eat any other Tic Tacs, mostly because I'm allergic to mint. So I can't really eat anything mint. I did try. I actually, it wasn't the cherry cola, but I did try the Coca-Cola ones. They were not that good. I saw them and I was like, Mom, I need to try these. She got them for me. It was when they first released them. So they were like limited edition. They're not very limited edition anymore. And I was like, I gotta try these. So we got back. You know, I pop open the thing and I put like 2 or 3 in my mouth and I was like, these don't taste like Coke. Which is kind of sad because, I mean, I don't really like Coke as much as I like Pepsi. So, like, there's that. But I gotta make sure this is 10. Okay, this is 10. I've seen a lot of, like, really wacky things. Like, recently I went to Walmart to pick up some stuff, and they have these, they have, like, Pepsi nail polish, and I was like, what is this? And it's just blue and red, go figure, because, you know, Pepsi colors are blue and red, and it was scented like Pepsi. And I was like, tempting, but it probably smells really bad. And, like, chemicals, if I would think about it. Yeah, they're coming out with a lot of wacky stuff. Anything to make more money, I'm sure, but yeah, that's just weird. Yeah, not sponsored by Tic Tac. Need more. Thought the rest of that one would be alright, but I guess I just needed a couple more. Let's get that out of the way. Evelyn giving a treat to Apollo. Hi, Suki. How are you today? I need this again. Is it all the same color? It is. Suki chicken. Oh my gosh. I still can't believe that happens. That text-to-speech is so messed up. Ooh, relaxing and drawing. That sounds like so much fun. I was pretty relaxed yesterday designing that shoe, which I actually might have jumped the gun a little bit, and I bought the shoes and didn't look at the shipping. So they'll be here tomorrow. Usually on Amazon, when you buy stuff and they give you like different days that you can get it on, like faster days, or then there's like the free day. And the free day is usually like a week after the week after you buy it, whatever. Well, I was tired. I thought I was awake. So I went to look back when I woke up again, and I saw that they're showing up tomorrow morning, and I was like, okay, there goes $10 extra. That's okay though. I'm fine with that. I could probably change the shipping speed, but you know, I could care less. Could probably start painting them on Saturday, but I have to look. Don't tell me, Remy, you paid extra for shipping. I know. But it was a genuine accident. I wasn't paying attention. Very normal of me to do that. I'm sure by the time that I finish them and I make sure everything is good and ready and everything, I'm going to be back working at the bakery again, so I'm going to be getting money again. So I don't really care how much it is to ship it to them. It's not that bad. It stonks. Yeah, Suki, you can see two of the ant babies are in the background, and my Freddy Fazbear pillow pet. Just chilling there. Which is funny. Actually, I think I saw it in like a Facebook ad that Pillow Pets was getting ready to release the Freddy Fazbear for a pre-order, and I was like, this has to be fake. No way. No way that Pillow Pets would be doing something like this. So I looked on their official website, and it was on their front page. They're like, coming soon, Freddy Fazbear Pillow Pet, and I was like, oh my god, I need to get this. So, of course, I subscribed to their email newsletter. That was probably in like October, maybe. And then a couple weeks ago, I get an email saying, time for pre-orders. And I was like, oh shit, here we go. So while at work, I pre-ordered one. Didn't know when it was supposed to show up. So I look over and I see this bag and I see this box, and they both have my name on them, and I'm like, I don't remember buying anything. I don't remember buying anything recently that wasn't pre-order. So what did I get? So I'm looking, and I open up the box first because the box is annoying. And I look, and it's vacuum sealed, and I'm like, what is this supposed to be? And then I see the face is all squished, and I'm like, oh my god, it's my Freddy Fazbear. He's so squished. But yeah. And then I open the bag, and I'm like, what? I see, like, the Splatoon, because, like, the makeshift bags have, like, Splatoon decals on them, too. And I was like, what is this? So then I was looking at the strings, and it said ant plush, and I was like, oh, my little triplets are here. So yeah, I always forget what I bought. Even though I have an app that tells me your packages were delivered, and they say specifically what it was, they're pretty late. And I usually open everything before it says your package was delivered. Yeah, thanks. But I still have 2 other makeshift orders that I got, which are both cats, funny enough. They're both black cats. They're both black fluffy cats, but they're 2 different YouTubers. So I was like, oh, that's pretty ironic. It's from Half Asleep Chris and Colon Marmalade. So they're gonna be fun little additions. Because the black cat from Half Asleep Chris comes with like a royal cape, so he's a little lord with this little cape. I love it. I'm just gonna mark these off. I do plan on playing more FNAF. I just really need to not have as much anxiety when I play it. Hi, Remy. Thanks for stopping by. Even if it is for a little bit. We were just talking about your shoes. I made an oopsie. But it's nothing bad. It's nothing bad. just need to not forget that leather paint dries darker than what it normally does. So I need to make sure that when I mix the paint, it's not the same darkness as what I want it to look on the shoe. It needs to be just a little bit lighter. Because I did that with my Luigi shoes, and it looked a little bit weird. Plus, I can't really see the color that well anyways. But I just had to torture myself with green, didn't I? Yes, absolutely. Purple I can see decently. Green, no. Green, not so much. But I still love my Luigi shoes. Even if one Luigi looks a lot different than the other. But that's fine. It's handmade, as my grandma would always say. She's so great. Yeah. Something that's really nice about this yarn is that in other kits that I've gotten, when I use blue, you know, most of this is blue. So when I look at my, like, you know, you handle it for a while and the dye comes off, you know, it's normal. The dye isn't coming off on these, and it's great. I love that. Okay, this section is mostly the same color, except for a couple G's, and not all C's, but so mostly light blue. Although it's getting kind of weird trying to figure out how to have this folded so that it doesn't make it more difficult to hook through. Because that tends to happen. Because, you know, it's so big. You have to fold it so that it fits. But when you fold it, you risk it being more difficult to hook through yarn. So that's always fun. I didn't even know that Gartic phone existed until I got recommended a YouTube video of some guy invited a bunch of artists to it was the first one I watched was draw a specific thing from memory. So you weren't guessing what the drawing was. Everyone was just drawing what the person came up with. So, like, one person said Joe from Family Guy, you know, the guy that's in the wheelchair and stuff. And some of the shit that people did is so funny. Of course, you're not, you know, you're not doing it with references, so you're not looking at something, you're just doing it completely from memory. Oh my god. And the other one I watched was a Pokemon one. It was really funny. They're so funny. I don't even know what the channel name was called. I didn't look at the channel name. I probably should have, but I didn't. Yeah. I made a rug design. And I did put it in the art channel for the Nook, but, no, not the art channel, the, announcements channel, because my internet was not liking me that day. And neither was OBS, because OBS crashed 4 times or so, and it wouldn't reconnect. It was rough. It was weird. But, yeah, we made a the first rug design that I wanted to make ever. I already have written out, drawn, stuff like that. It's already on a piece of paper. It's not a pixel art on the computer. So I decided, you know what? I'm gonna use Pascal, because I've used Pascal before. I've done pixel art on Pascal before, and it's fun. It's easy. Apparently my computer didn't like Pascal, but that's fine. And so I made a Toad Wii Remote kind of looking thing for Professor, because I kind of want to make rugs for people that I like a lot. Like YouTubers that I watch, Twitch streamers, stuff like that. So I thought that would be fun. Will I be able to make it? Probably not. It does call for very specific colors that I don't think I really have. I would have to go out and buy my own yarn and cut my own yarn for that. You were drawing bad on purpose. Understandable. It does get pretty funny when you draw bad, but oh my god. The progressive round was so funny. We were like trying to type in our ideas and then it's like, oh, never mind. You're like, wait, what? Just the absolute chaos that went on in that voice channel was incredible. It was very funny and also scary, yeah. It was. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hang on, wait. Small mishap, small mishap. Can't count. You'd copied the prop and take. See, when I did the Finding Nemo one, that was gonna be my original one, but then the game gave me a suggested prompt that was Superman drinking in the barn, and I was like, oh my god, what if I just remove the N? And it was I was gonna laugh. It was gonna be so funny, and then I accidentally removed the R in the N, so it was just Superman drinking at the bar. I was like, well, shoot. But I think people got it. Especially considering you never played that. Yeah, I had never played it, but I had seen it. And I didn't quite understand how it worked, but yeah. It was a lot of fun. Need to get closer. You definitely do get quite tired of using the same color. But then again, when the one only has 9 colors, you're gonna get pretty sick of them pretty quickly. You'll be paid on Friday. You'll be able to sub. Oh, that's so sweet of you. Actually, that reminds me. Pretty soon I'm gonna be making a list of, like, I want to do like some. Oh man, that went flying at me. Some sort of like appreciation for like my subscribers, my VIPs, my founders, stuff like that. So I just don't know how to do it yet exactly. I want to do something unique, but I don't know what, because, you know, the subs, they change all the time, and if I ever get more popular, there's going to be more, and then I'm going to be, like, not going to be able to keep track. So I'm not quite sure how that's going to go, but I've already started an FAQ, but at the same time, I don't get asked the same questions a lot. So I haven't been able to really do anything with that. Pajama, hi! You made it. Big stinky mod, oh my gosh. Yeah, like I said, I'm not quite sure how I want to implement that, because I also want, like, in my FAQ, I have like a specific page for people that are important to my community. So like Daniel's a mod, Daniel. So I have like his username, the link to his channel, even though he doesn't stream, and then it's like he, him, like I have his pronouns, and then I have like, okay, wait, let me try that again. His username, which is a link to his Twitch channel, and then it's his name, so Daniel, he, him, and then like moderator, you know. Well, I actually think that's his only role, because he can't VIP a moderator. Isn't that so weird? But yeah, and then I have like next would be my. I think I started putting my founders in terms of alphabetical order, so 2'x2 is actually first, but I don't know your pronouns, so I didn't put pronouns. So then it's like the link to, you know, 2'x's Twitch channel, and it's 2'x2, because that's what I call 2'x2, and then it's founder VIP, stuff like that. Like, I'm not quite sure if that's how I want to do it. I don't know how I want to do it. I want to think of something, like, unique, but I'm not exactly the most unique person, so... VIP's like mod, you just can't ban her. Oh, okay, I see. That's why. Still, I thought it was pretty funny. I'm like, okay. But if I could, Daniel would be like all the things except for artist, because he can't do art. You guys are killing me. Yeah. I just can't think of a more unique way of, like, appreciating my subs. I just have to think of something. You didn't mean to kill me. Because, like, yeah, there's people, they write them down, or they print out a piece of paper and have it somewhere. I don't want that. I want something else. I want something more unique than that. God, I wish my allergies do not linger this long, but my allergies are still lingering, and I hate that. And no, I'm not allergic to cats. Looks at Zira. Pajamas dink donk mortaring. Trying to pay attention to chat and the grid at the same time sometimes does not go well because I just messed it up. But that's okay. It was a very simple fix. I just needed to move a piece of yarn somewhere else. How far along is the rug? Over a fourth. Oh, Suki, still taking care of Apollo. Wait. This is so confusing. Seeing the blacks and the grays, I'm getting a little confused. Because they look all the same to me. Get the H's out of the way. Wait, I need more of these still. Almost done, yeah, you wish. No, I wish. This is taking so long. I didn't think it would take this long, but... oh well. Hopefully it'll be satisfying to finish. I would hope so, because if I'm not satisfied... when if I don't feel satisfied when I finish this, it's gonna be kind of disappointing. But I'm sure I'll be very happy with the results, so... considering, according to 2'x2, it will take about 48 hours. Now, who knows if that's actually accurate? I don't quite know. But it does sound pretty accurate. So. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Painting walls is rough, to say the least. It is rough. My brother, when he bought his house, he had to do, like, he had to get rid of all the wallpaper that was on the wall. And he said that there were 3 layers of wallpaper. Who does that? Who does 3 layers of wallpaper? We were like, what? So not only did he wanted to repaint the walls, obviously. Wait, what? What? Sorry, I'm getting confused again. I need to look over this closer. What? Okay, well that's... This is right. This shouldn't be... Excuse me. Wow, hiccups. Shouldn't be that confusing, but I'm still... Stop hiccuping. I'm still getting confused. I need that. Okay, I need to get rid of this one. There we go. Okay, that's fixed, sort of. That was a little confusing, but I got it. That should not have been as confusing as it was, but... There's a lot of emotes that I could still add. I kind of rushed the one day I did it, so I only added, what was it, like 100 or so? 150 maybe? But, yeah. There's a lot more I need to add. I think Nin pointed out to me that I don't have some of the like really, really popular emotes that most streamers have, and I was like, I rushed it. Nin is well versed in emote usage. So it was probably Nin. That's funny. I did want a lot of cat emotes though. They keep dink-donking most people if they don't have the right emotes. Oh jeez. I should be kind of worried then, huh? Okay, there we go. You're back and you're starting Cuphead? Oh, that's so much fun. Good luck. Oh, thanks for stopping by, Evelyn. I hope you have a good rest of your day. Oh, great. I think I'm missing a line. I'm missing the 10th line. Oh well. Bat? What? Oh, bat. I was like, bat? Where? Because there's actually, sometimes we get bats in our house. So I was like, where? Okay, so we're good here. Okay, we're good here. We haven't had a bat in a while, but the last time we had a bat, my brother and I found it. Both my parents weren't home. My mom wasn't home from work yet, and my dad was at work because he works 24-hour shifts. Ah, Pajama, thank you. Thank you for the 100. Now you have a badge for that. You got 2 badges for that. Thank you for that. But yeah, we found the bat. It was just hanging from our cabinets out in the wide open in the kitchen. So I sent a picture to my parents and I was like, "Oh, look. It's a bat." They're like, "You need to get that out of the house." I'm like, "Yes, I realize that, but you know I can't reach it. It's on the cabinets." And they go get a broom and you know, like shoo it towards the door. So since my brother was taller, he got the broom and got close to the bat. And he's you know, he's going at the bat. And the bat squeaks at him. He drops the broom and he runs. He's like, "Oh, nope, I'm not doing this." I was like, "It's just a bat." So I get up there. You know, I'm shooing the bat towards the door, whatever. My mom comes in the door and she's like, "You're still trying to get the bat off?" "Yes, I am." "Yes, Mom, I am." So my mom is like, "Just give me it." She's shooing the bat, and then the bat decides to fly around. My brother screams. He gets the hell out of there. He gets out. He's like, "Nope, I'm going back upstairs. I'm not dealing with this." And we lost track of where the bat went. So we saw it go into the corner of our dining room, and we're looking around like, where did this bat go? It's not on the floor, but it went in the corner. It's not in the cabinets. Well, we have this chair that sits in the corner of the dining room. And we're moving the chair around. We're moving it around. We're making sure that, you know, it's not behind the chair. And then there's Zira. Zira's just sitting there, staring dead eye at this chair. And we're like, why is she staring at the chair like that? We're still looking for the bat, and Zira's still staring at the chair. So I'm like, Mom, she's still staring at the chair. So I look at I look behind the chair. The bat's hanging on the damn back of the chair. It's just like hanging on for dear life on the back of the chair. The poor thing. We eventually were able to get it back outside, but Zira was just dead eye staring at that chair. We're like, is she okay? Turns out she was staring at the bat the whole time. Hi, Mag. Yeah. We haven't seen a bat since then. It's been about a year since that happened, probably. Zira's so smart, we didn't listen to her. I know, but she wasn't. Usually when she sees something, she'll make noises. She was just staring at it. She was just staring at the chair, so we were like, is she okay? Thought I heard Zira getting up. She hasn't moved at all. Oh, there's Small Ant. Small Ant is live now. That sounded that sounded bad. this off or else I'm gonna forget where I'm at. There we go. Okay. It looks like it's all the same color when it's the three darkest colors, you know, black, the gray, and then the light gray. It all looks pretty similar on the grid. So I'm always like, okay. Can't differentiate similar. Yeah, neither can I. I mean, someone has literally put red and like that really, really hot pink next to each other. And they're like, this was probably elementary school. So my teacher was like, oh, you know, what color's this? What color's that? And I'd be like, they're both red. And she'd look at me like I'm crazy. And I'm like, they're both red. Or she'd put like blue and purple, similar shades next to each other. And I'd be like, they're both blue. She'd be like, no, they're what? The only color I would be able to differentiate very well would be orange. Go figure. So, like, she'd put orange and yellow next to each other. I'd be like, oh, they're yellow and orange. And she'd like, be like, what the heck? Like, what's wrong with you? And I guess probably green as well, because green's pretty different, too. But yeah, mostly, like, primary and secondary colors next to each other. I'd be like, I don't know. Nightbot's name still looks blue to me, but people keep saying it's purple. Oh, I don't know what Nightbot's color is. I don't pay attention to that, to be honest. It's probably blue, but I'm not sure. I'll have to look the next time Nightbot sends out a timer message. Should be pretty soon, though. Nightbot is a light purple. Oh. We got a row done. Nice. A row of... That was 500 strings. Every time I lean, my chair sounds like it's gonna break. Especially if I lean back. Oh, it didn't do it this time. Oh, because my table's in the way. But usually when I lean back, my chair goes thunk. I'm like... I have like a mini heart attack. Is the Twitch verification badge blue or purple? Well, that one is purple. That one I've seen enough to be like, oh yeah, it's purple. It looks so blue. From a different... a distance, not a difference, a distance. To me, I can get confused if it's blue or purple. So, like, if I'm looking on mobile, I'll probably think it's blue because it's kind of small. But I've also been staring at blue for the last month or so. So, you know what? But I'm pretty sure when I looked, because when I was doing my roles in my server, I was trying to get like the colors because I wanted like VIP artist, and I was also gonna do Twitch subscriber and like the Twitch purple. So I went to I like took a screenshot of it, did a color picker, and then I'm looking and I'm like, this looks so similar to the artist color that I don't really want to use the Twitch color for my subscribers. So I ended up using red, but I was like, am I looking at the same color here or am I not? I wasn't, but it was confusing to say the least. Oh no. The first thing they told you after you took the colorblindness test was that you didn't see him good enough to be able to become a pilot. I don't understand how that is an issue, but also I was never really interested in becoming a pilot, so I wouldn't understand. But yeah, when I was little, the art teachers, like, I like a parent-student, like, conference, stuff like that. She's like, I'm a little afraid that your child might be a certain type of colorblind. And my mom's like, she's not colorblind. Okay. So then my teacher looks at me and she goes, she dead named me, obviously, because this is elementary school. And she's like, do you think you're colorblind with the way that you struggle with seeing certain colors? And I tell you that this color is this color when you technically see this color. And I'm like, yes. And my art teacher looks at my mom and she goes, you need to take her to a ophthalmologist and get it done professionally. My mom never did that. Very reluctant. After you were told not to become a pilot, you wanted to. Yeah, that's like the whole thing. Like, you tell me that I can't do it, but I'll show you, kind of like thing. Yeah. That's kind of like me, because my mom's like, well, she's not colorblind, and I'm like, you want to bet? So she's like, she's giving me all these crayons, and she's like, oh, color the grass in green. So I color the grass in green, because I can see green, and you can also read the crayons. And she's like, she's not colorblind. I'm like, I'm reading the crayons. Yeah, rough life. Not really, but I did take art class my 7th grade year. Was it 7th and 8th grade or something like that? And I went up to my teacher and I told her, I think I'm colorblind, but it's not diagnosed and all this stuff. And she's just looking at me. She's like, it won't really matter. I was like, okay. So I almost failed art. She's like, that's not the right color. And I was like, I told you at the beginning of the year multiple times. And you said that wasn't going to become an issue. Yes. Oh my gosh. Do people start asking you what color stuff is when you... Yes. All the time. It started happening in my freshman year when I stepped outside. People were like, oh, look at how green the grass is. And I kind of laughed. I was like, I can't see it. And, they kind of look at me and they're like, well, what do you see? And I was like, I see gray. And they're just like, so you see the world in black and white? No, I don't see the world in black and white. Nobody does. That's just weird. People are weird. Or, people, my friend would laugh and tease me all the time. She'd hold up, like, a green piece of paper and a yellow piece of paper and be like, oh, what are these colors? And I'd be like, I hate you. But, once I learned what the color wheel is like, like it goes red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, like the pinks-ish, and then it goes back to red. It's easy to pick a color when you just guess, like, oh, here's like green and blue, so I can pick like a green blue here. Plus, I've been messing around with Discord for a very long time, so coloring rolls. It's just easy for me now. People are like, how can you do that when you're colorblind? Like, because I have a memory. Yeah, I'm looking at Nightbot's color right now, and I'm like, it's gotta be purple blue. Like, it's gotta be a mix of both. There's no way that it's not purple or blue. It's both. And the verified symbol right next to it does look extremely the same, because it's so far away from me right now. Extremely the same, extremely similar. Yeah, it kind of looks like, like Discord has their like blurple, because there's like blue and purple together. It's kind of what it reminds me of, but it's a little bit more blue. Yeah, it's, I don't remember when they came out with it, but it was a couple years ago. They were like, we're rolling out our official color blurple, and I was like, okay. It's literally just blue and purple. Autocorrect be like that sometimes. Yeah, Nightbot's is also darker than the badge for me. But I'm also farther away. I can't really see it as well. You search up Blurple, it just looks like blue to you. It is more blue than purple, that is for sure. You've been stuck on the first Cuphead level for 25 minutes. Is it the Root Pack or is it Goopy Le Grande? I told you, Cuphead's very difficult. Or are you doing the run and gun, maybe? I don't know. The run and guns suck. It's the run and gun. What? Yeah. Don't blame me on that one. That one's very difficult. And they get worse. They get so much worse as the game goes on. Imagine trying to do that pacifist. You saw me trying to do it pacifist the one time, and I spent like 2 hours on it, and I gave up. I was not having it. I also have about 13 hours of footage to go through and make into a video that looks somewhat entertaining, because I was watching like the first few minutes of my video and I was like, this is not entertaining. At least in my opinion. And also right before I started, I felt like it was safe to keep my bag open. Because, you know, I gotta reach in and sometimes I gotta grab more yarn as I'm continuing on. Well, Zira decided to snatch my light blue and she tried running off with it. Now, she always drops it when she sees me looking at her when she's holding yarn. She knows she's not supposed to do it. I'm just like, you little shit. Now I've got to keep the bag closed all the time. Even if I need to reach for new yarn, I need to open it, grab the yarn, and then close it. Otherwise, she'll just go after it like it's a treat. Because what's funny is that she doesn't really like treats. She's not a huge fan of treats. The only treats she'll eat are like the ones that are in those squeeze tubes. She's eaten those before. But yeah. Anything else, she don't want to go after. She just wants to make her own rug. And she is a menace. She's such a menace. Alright, let's grab another one of these. I didn't realize I was going to go through 2 tubes of the same color. But then again, that is the right color, right? Okay, good. I was gonna say, if I just went through that whole thing and it was the wrong color, I was gonna freak out. because there was definitely nothing I could have done at that point because I've hooked this color over 100 times now. Which the little squares that you see, you can kind of see them. They're like outlined in black. Like you see like these. These squares are 10 by 10. So they're 100 strings each. Is it raining? Huh. I can hear the rain. I just can't seem to get a good, like, balance of all of Nightbot's timers. Purple. Yeah, the flowers that send out the, yeah. Those are annoying. Yes, very annoying. And I don't think they ever send out a parryable one either. I think the only things that are parryable are the little spike balls and the mushrooms sometimes send out parryable puff clouds. I don't normally do it like this, where I usually just, you know, go one square at a time across, but these two squares were so similar, I just decided to do them because they were literally just one column of this color, and then the rest is all another color. So, that makes it a little bit easier. Especially if I plan to do all of them now anyways, so... So I have no idea if this is an alcohol marker, but it kind of smells like alcohol. But, like, I just got them from Walmart. I don't remember for what. Oh, wait, yes, I do remember. It was for a homecoming sign. I was asking someone out to homecoming. Didn't go well, by the way. And I got these markers at Walmart. But they smell like alcohol. Drink some. Not old enough yet. At least in America, but still. Technically, if I go over to Britain, I'll be allowed. Surprised it's been an hour and a half and none of the cats have barged in yet. Then again, Zero is sleeping on the bed, so it's like... She's conked out, bro. She's out. Well, now Zero's awake. This is my brother just woke her up. you have a good nap, Zero? She's still yawning. She yawned twice. Both times I looked back at her. Gonna need more of that. Like a lot more. I just realized my sub goal is missing off screen, but that's fine. I don't think we exactly need that, but... PJ's gonna have some tea time. That's fun. I don't really drink tea. I can't get myself behind it. I should have probably eaten lunch as well, but I didn't eat lunch, and I don't eat breakfast. So that's a fun combination. I pretty much just eat dinner, that's really it. And maybe I'll have, like, a midnight snack. Like, last night, I was just, like, I was so hungry. I don't know why. So I was just watching YouTube. I go downstairs, and I just grab a bag of rice. And I just heat up the rice and I start eating the rice. Just eating rice. Whatever. It's such an unhealthy habit, but I could honestly care less. I have the highest metabolism. It's just ridiculous. Yeah, I would say the same about myself. Mag is eating dinner or dinner equivalent or adjacent foods. Yeah, just eating a lot of, jeez, yeah. Man, at this pace I might be able to finish the other side too. Probably not. My hands are kind of sore already, but I think I might continue up again, just to make this a little bit easier. Ooh, my back. My back wants to crack. Redeem stretch. Oh my gosh, you're so funny. I love how I say that, and next thing I know, I just see stretch. Okay. Let me pause. Let me, like, not hit everything when I back up my chair. You also never eat at work. You don't like eating at school either. I don't like it either. Oh, I forgot I'm really close to my mic, so you guys probably heard that. Sorry. Sorry if you don't like bones cracking. I was right in the mic too. I hope it's gonna be fluffy and comfy too, but yeah, it's gonna be really big. I also just want to hug my my pillow pet right now. Had to come back to type that. That's so funny. Oh. Man, my neck and everything. My friend has a lot of Latch hook pillows, and they are so comfy. I was looking at the one. I was looking at the one I did, and Zira just like looks up and she goes, my cats are so funny. But yeah, I have one sitting on my bed right now. Usually my cats always lay on them, even if they're unfinished. I'll just set them down and they'll plop right on it. That was kind of loud. I forget how unsturdy this table is sometimes, but yeah, they'll just flop right on it, or just they'll lay down on it. They don't care. I'm like taking a mini break. Look at, he's got a little top hat, a little bow tie, and everything. He's so cute. He came vacuum sealed, so his face was like, his face was super squished, and it looked really funny. I have a picture of it, but yeah, I haven't had a pillow pet in years. The first one I ever had was like the red ladybug one. My brother had a dolphin. I was so jealous. So yeah, look at this little dude. This little dude. His eyebrow's a little messed up, so he looks like he's always like raising his eyebrow. He's so cute. You can sit back there now. But yeah, I actually... Here, let me go get it. I actually made this one and made it into a pillow. This one. I made this one. And it was my first Latch hook kit that I submitted in like a competition, so to say. I got first place. But yeah, it's like I could have stuffed it more with polyfill, but it was my first time making it. I'm also not that good at sewing. Like, the sewing isn't bad. Like, I did really good, surprisingly, for sewing. But I mean, there's obviously some areas that I could have improved on, but it was my first time. Like, what the heck? Alright. Let me just throw these out so they're out of the way. You love how they look when they're finished? I do too. That one is... That one's called Moonlight Meow. Funny enough. That's a Wonder Art one. Zira's like going to town at sleeping. She's just out. Alright. Let's continue that. Most of the ones I have, I leave unfinished because I'm not quite sure what I want to do with them yet. Like ones that don't already have a backing, like this one has our backing already. PJ! Yo! Holy shit, bro! I don't even know what to say to that. I'm gonna clip that. It'll be my first, well, not my first, but one of the, it's gonna be like a new YouTube short. Chat goes sus. Oh my god. Just defeated the root pack and came back to all being sus. Yeah, that was that was good, but that was bad. Yeah, I've so sometimes when you upload a short video, like just a short video in general, YouTube might automatically upload it as a short. So that's kind of what happened when I uploaded it was like 10 seconds or something like that. And it was just Mario. I was playing Odyssey on my light. And I jumped off like the super high cliff and I landed right in the pipe. And I was like, well, that was satisfying. Why don't I upload this? Because this is cool. And it got like 7,000 views. I'm like, I hate YouTube Shorts. I hate it. And they just rolled out a new feature where you can get paid with Shorts. Because technically now Shorts are different than videos. So they have different monetization and stuff like that. And I saw the requirements and it is stupid. The requirements are stupid. I don't even remember what the requirements are, but one of them is you either have to get 40 hours of watch time in 90 days or 10 million views in a year on Shorts. Does that not sound ridiculous?
Oh yeah.
How do I say that? Wait a second. That username sounds familiar. Crap, how do I say it? Kane? Kaney? Cyan? No, it would never. Ah, I see you, Kane. I see you. How are you? I haven't talked to you in a while. Uh-oh. Here she comes. Hi, Zero. It's been a few years. It's been interesting. Cat reveal? She reveals herself, man. She's trying to get in the bag of yarn right now. Please tell me I said your name right, because, God, that's been an issue I've had for years now. Kane? Cyan? I don't know. Like candy cane. Okay, so Kane. Okay. That's funny. That's a good way to say it. Zero, leave my other Latch kids alone. I didn't know you were still online, to be honest. How's life been for me? Weird. Weird to say the least. You've been playing Cuphead for an hour and only defeated one boss. Yeah, I told you, it's really difficult. The learning curve is rough, to say the least. Yeah, life has been weird. The learning curve is a horizontal line and the difficulty is a diagonal line. Not even a curve, just a line. The difficulty is a vertical line. Hey, now you see why I raged pretty bad when playing Cuphead. Granted, I have raged a lot worse in the past without being watched by other people, but yeah, that game is pretty difficult. It was fun, but difficult. After I do the DLC, once that sub goal is achieved and I complete the DLC, I will probably do another one for expert mode. Because expert mode sounds like fun, but also sounds like hell. We'll see. I tried the root pack on expert. It's expert, alright. Hang on. Gotta close my door. The cat has opened the door. Okay, there we go. Saving your points up. Well, it's a sub goal, not a channel point goal. What are you saving your points up for? Learning curve 0. Saving for the yeehaw. What requires 100,000. Isn't that... Honestly forgot what my channel point redemptions are. Oh, you crap. Wild Extreme. Blindfolded. Great. That's gonna take you a while, though. 100,000 points is a lot of points. Maybe if you start winning predictions, but predictions are only for games, not for rugs. You're currently at 1,000. You're at 12. Well, you have a tier 3 sub, so you earn channel points a lot faster. I might have more rice for after I'm done streaming. I might get some more rice because I'm on like a rice kind of mood. Oh, you know what I should do? I should do a tier list of all of the bosses that I've battled in Cuphead. I might do that after I'm done with this section of the rug. When I say section, I mean like the rest of these squares. Because that'll only take a couple minutes. And then I'll probably add that at the end of my video. I forgot I wanted to do that. I'm just like getting closer and closer to the edge of the table. I'm still waiting for my animated emote to get approved. It's taking so long. Kind of makes me worry about how long my other emotes are gonna get approved. How long they're gonna take. Just need to organize this a little bit more. There's colors everywhere. Oh, darn it. I already did that color. Never mind. love it when it's all one color. Totally doesn't drive me crazy at all. Just hooking and hooking and hooking and oh my god. What's funny is that I was gonna buy an even larger one. This one was nowhere near the amount of money and nowhere near the size that I actually really wanted. The one that I was planning on getting was gonna be like $300. And it was supposed to be so big that it would, it would go like above a couch in like a living room. It was super pretty. It was like this like fall scene with these trees that were like yellow and red and orange and with like a sunset, and I was like, I'm in love with this. And then it still hasn't been restocked on Amazon ever since, and I was like, oh, but I wanted it so badly. Except now I'm doing one that's like, it's probably like a quarter of its size, and I'm just like, oh my god, this is taking so long. Imagine how long that one would have taken. And that one would never be able to fit on screen. I'd have to do that on the floor in like my living room or something. But yeah. I might be able to find it, but if I go on Amazon, it'll dead name me and probably dox me, so we will not have it do that. Man, I feel like a machine right now. I'm like tearing through this thing. That kind of sounded weird. But you get what I meant. It's like that scene in Family Guy. If you guys watch Family Guy, or if you like seen clips of Family Guy, I mean, Quagmire. Quagmire's whole like personality is that he's absolutely like sex crazed and stuff like that. And I don't know if this was like the beginning of an episode or if this was like a cutaway gag or something, because Family Guy's like infested with cutaway gags, but I'm pretty sure it was the beginning of an episode, and it was Quagmire, like cutting up the carpet in the living room of the Griffin house, and Lois is like, "Thanks, Quagmire, for coming over my house and tearing up my carpet for me and everything." And Quagmire's like, "Well, Lois, when you called and you said that you were trying to tear up my carpet, you're trying to tear up the carpet. I didn't think you meant like this, but it's fine, it's fine, it's fine." And I'm just like, oh my god. That's immediately what I thought of when I said that. So I was like, that sounded weird. Oh yeah. Oh shoot. I'm probably gonna need more of that color. I'm going through a lot of the colors too. I probably went through like 4 tubes of colors. need more color. Ow, my elbow. Ow. I didn't even hit it that hard, but it still, like, shocked me. Like, scared me. That went up my nose a little bit. So that was 3, right? Okay. There's a couple more channel point redemptions that I want to put in, but I already have so many. I don't want to, like, overload my channel point redemptions. I don't know. There is probably a few I can get rid of, but, like, which ones? It's falling. Keeps falling. They all seem like nice redemptions. There's a lot. I know that there's a lot. That's, like, a couple of the streamers that I watch don't have that many. They have, like, 5 or so. It's like, you have, like, you know, you have the normal, like, highlight your message, unlock a random sub emote, and, what's it called? Like, what is it called? Unlocking a customization. Here comes a cat. Alright, who's it gonna be? It's Mowgli! Edit an emote, yeah, sort of something like that. Yeah. He's under the table right now. 14 hours! Woohoo! We're 14 hours in. But, yeah. It's like... And then they have, like... Do nothing. Or... And then they have something else. And it's like... You only have 5? I have, like, 10! Is it too many? Give it up for hour 14. And I know Remy added a couple more for their birthday, but those will probably be removed. I feel so bad. Remy had this really adorable emote too, but Twitch didn't approve it in time for their stream. Mowgli, I just closed that door. Damn it! Get back here. Hey, Mowgli, I'm not opening that door again. Mowgli. Oh my god, he's really trying to open the door. He might start scratching at the door. Oh no, he actually stopped trying to open the door. But yeah, Twitch... I've been waiting for my animated emote to get approved for a while now, and nothing. Of course, nothing. But and it doesn't bother me as much, but it is my first animated emote. I kind of want it, you know, out there because it's a funny emote. It's really funny. It has my cats in it. Twitch does like to be slow. Yeah, there he goes. He's opening the door. Mowgli, I just closed the door. Sorry, there goes my mic. I don't know why that happened, why it fell. There was literally nothing wrong with the cord where it was and stuff. But, okay, be like that. Sorry, that was probably really loud. Okay, so that's it for the massive majority of the blue parts for this side, which is a lot. There's a lot of blue right now. That's what I get for doing one with brain, which is all blue. I need this one now. my chair. Sitting on my... I like to change how I'm sitting. I don't always sit on my butt. I tend to actually sit more on my legs, if anything. So when I have a chair that swivels around and you're sitting on your legs, you can't really like put your feet on the floor and move. You're kind of like trying to move around. Every time I look up, I always drop my string by accident, and I'm like, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Just noticed that this whole next square right here is all black. Great. Oh, wow. There's like a bunch of little sheds of blue on me from the other string. That's funny. I had no idea that it would do that. Is it on my shirt? Barely. I guess I'll just continue upwards. This isn't the way I'd normally do it, but it's easier, I guess. So much progress. Oh my god. Granted, it is mostly just one color, but... Or maybe two, I guess. In some places, two. But, yeah. Nin! I was actually gonna ask you, which, emotes that are really popular that I don't have. I was planning on asking you, but I felt like it would have been better if you were in my chat, because you words. You can't, like, check while I'm not in chat, obviously. Like, you can't check while you're not in chat. I'll have to write them down. Can't hear you just saying hi. Aw, man, Nin. Come on, bro. I'll have to write that down. Swooner. Let me make sure I can get that written down. SW. Okay, I got that one. Spooner has been noted. Yeah, but it sounds like Nin was just popping in and out, so if they can't do it, it's fine. I also don't know Nin's pronouns, so if that was wrong, please correct me. What do you want exactly? Well, I don't know what the most popular ones that I'm missing are. You said that I was missing a lot. You said that I was missing the most popular ones. Swooner obviously being one of them. But I have that written down, so I'll be able to add that after the stream. Don't give me editor rights, I add them for you. Send me a list. Yeah, send me a list. Because I have no idea how to do the editor things. My foot is asleep, but I use the three things. What are the three things? The BT TV, 7 TV. What was the other one? FFZ, that one. That one's the other one. FFZ. But I think the only one that I don't have maxed out is 7 TV, probably. Whichever one gave you like 300 emote slots. Oh my god. There's so many. You have 600 now? Oh my god. Holy shit. That's so many. I'm gonna add every single cat one that I see. I'm gonna end up doing that. I was already doing that, but... Hi, Shiny! Several channels that reached the limit of 300. Oh, I see. Well, I'm not one of them. Because I ran out of time before I needed to stream one day. When I was adding the emotes. Send the list soon. Oh, thank you. If it is easier, you can just like DM me or something. My DMs are open all the time, so no worries about that. In Discord. Can't say you just popped in. Well, thank you for popping in. I appreciate it. It's good to see you again. Sliding into those DMs. Yeah, I kind of had that happen to me. It was very sudden, and I was just like, okay. I've also started to notice that my ring, if I don't wear like lotion or something, it starts to irritate my skin really badly, which it's not supposed to do, by the way. It was supposed to be hypoallergenic and like good for sensitive skin because I have super sensitive skin. And yeah, needless to say, I have a very angry email written to the company. It's not actually angry. It's just like, hey, I think you kind of, kind of misled on this because my finger doesn't turn green, which is great because it says it's not supposed to, but it says that it's not supposed to irritate skin, and it's starting to irritate my skin when I wear it more often. And I'm half expecting it to be like, you're not supposed to wear it all day, like, kind of thing. And it's like, but I'm supposed to. That's the point of the ring. I'm supposed to wear it when I'm out and about and stuff, but it's fine. I have a whole lot of things going on with my skin. Like, just dry skin in general is really bad. And then, like, I have a skin condition. It's called keratosis pilaris. Very common, very common. Nothing bad. Then I have eczema, which is linked to keratosis pilaris. I think I'm also a row behind. I think I did this wrong. I could care less right now, but yeah. And then, like, keratosis pilaris is, most people that have keratosis pilaris will have eczema and vice versa. So I have both. I was just recently diagnosed with eczema and I was like, oh, great. It was not a good time. That's for sure. But it's fine. It's just like, I only get flare-ups with eczema when it's when my hands are exposed to hot water. So like every time I wash my hands, they kind of freak out a little bit. They're like, that's hot water. No. And they flare up. So it happened a lot at work because I was washing my hands a lot at work because, food handling and stuff like that. So it's just kind of how it went there. And then I was like, what the heck is going on with my skin? Call my dermatologist. She's like, yeah, that's eczema. And I was like, I didn't want to hear that, but okay. But she said it's because of an allergy, and I'm like, I don't think that's right. She says that my hand is breaking out in eczema because of something I am touching I am allergic to, and I just looked at her and I'm like, that's false, but okay. Not allergic to water. My hands just don't like really hot water. Because if you know how to wash your hands correctly, you wash it with the hottest water that you can stand. So, like, your water is supposed to be hot. My hands don't like hot water. And I've been dealing with that for a while, though. So, like, at first, it wasn't happening as bad at first, but then it really started to flare up, and I'm like, oh, okay, I need to get this checked out. Okay, time to do the entire square in black. Woo! My favorite. I hate doing this. I hate doing it all one color, especially a darker color, because you can't really see what you're doing when it's a really dark color like this. And also, why am I hanging off the edge so much? Just kept getting closer and closer to the edge. Evelyn's back. Let's go. With the hot water, that's how I really noticed that they started breaking out. Other than that, they weren't really getting that bothered. So I was just like, okay, that's weird, but I just kept going with it, because whatever, right? Because, you know, it would go away after like an hour or so, after I didn't bother my hands or anything. But then after a while, it kept staying, and I was like, okay, this redness and this itching and this cracking is now staying on my hands. That's a problem. But that's what I get for having genetics. I dropped that piece of string. My foot is still asleep. That's what I get for having hands. Yeah. I mean, my eczema's only on my hand, so technically that's very true. It's funny, though. Stop dropping the string. Every time I look up, I drop it. I just like... It's like a motor response to just drop whatever I'm holding. That's really small. When I look up. I'll be able to check the Discord once I am done. I have a feeling we're going to be 15 hours into this by the time that I'm done with the next 2 squares. The one that I'm working on and the one after. So that'll be something. Oh my god. My feet and my back just keep like... They just don't want to cooperate today. Look, I'm American. Oh, jeez. Whew, what a difficult square. It's all the one same color. Oh, and the one after that's all black too. And the one above that. Oh my god, look at that. That's a lot of black. And what do? I mark it off with a black marker, because that's going to do something. was probably pretty loud. Okay, 6, 2, 4, 6. Okay. This is almost really hard to see on the grid. dwindling down that yarn quite a bit there. Because that whole thing was full when I first started. And obviously I'm going to have to rearrange that because it looks a little bit messy right now and I don't quite know where the rest of the colors are. They all look the same, except for the reds. The reds are very different than the blues and the blacks and the grays. So... You've been meaning to ask, how exactly do latch hooks work? How am I going to explain this in a way that makes sense, that doesn't sound like I'm just rambling about yarn? How do they stay attached? It's a slip knot. But in the canvas. So they're super easy to take out. If you do something, like if you mess it up, you can just take the string out. At least I would explain it like it's a slip knot. I don't know if that's the actual term for it, but... yeah. You wrap it around the hook, and then there's like this little itty-bitty part of the hook that kind of hinges to close the hook. Put the yarn into the hook, make sure that it closes, and you pull it through and it kind of creates a little slip knot in the canvas. It's kind of hard to explain. I don't know how to explain it without sounding weird or like making it more confusing than it already is. You think that makes sense to you? Well, then I think I did okay. Just get these out of the way. Okay. My foot is very much asleep. Let me pause. Oh, my leg. Jesus, every time. I'm afraid my chair's just gonna fall back and take me with it. Okay, let me just stand up because my legs need to stand. My legs need me to stand. I need to cut that with scissors. Okay, well, I'm gonna need to cut that with scissors later because I can't reach my scissors right now, but... Oh, you can see like all the little... Yeah, like... This needs to be cut. This needs to be cut. That's long. Yeah, we are getting somewhere, though. You need to lay down the correct way. Now, we are getting somewhere with this. Because right here, this is halfway. This is the halfway point right here. So, we're almost halfway.